A man's first relationship can ruin him. A man's first relationship can either make or break him. The first relationship you're ever in, most of the time you're just happy to be in a relationship. You're just happy to be dating. And that excitement makes you blind to literally everything else. So it's not until you guys break up that you realize, oh, that wasn't true love. It literally was just, me excited to finally be with somebody, or me excited to, date somebody. And the first love, the first relationship, or the first time you date somebody can ruin your life, because most of the time people are emotionally, physically, mentally invested. And when you're that invested in something and it doesn't work out, or when you have so high expectations and you're let down, it can be traumatic. It can get to you and it can scar you for life. So if you go and invest yourself in a girl and say she goes and cheats on you, it can make a guy insecure for the rest of his life. If say you go date a girl and you give her everything, and she still somehow breaks up with you, it can make you emotionally unavailable for the rest of the girls you ever date. And there could be a lot of things that kind of go into that, because before you even get into dating, you learn dating from the people around you. You learn it from your family, you learn it from your friends. So if with all the guys that don't have father figures in their life, that don't get to see what it's like to be a man or what it's like to be the guy in the relationship, most of the time they just see it on TV. So then they go and they practice, the things that they see, they regurgitate that information, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And the first time you ever have a connection with somebody where, you're feeling them and they're feeling you, and you're willing to be like, oh, let's call each other boyfriend, girlfriend, depending on how young it is, I'm going to say at least, I'm going to say high school and up, because middle school and anything below that is, like I said, it's just like, you don't even hit puberty, you don't even get sexual until high school. So we don't even go that far back. But at the end of the day, depending on how your first relationship goes, you will turn out either communicative, you'll turn out, passionate, you'll turn out trusting, you'll either turn out, good, or you might turn out doubtful, hateful, insecure, whatever it is, negatively, because at the end of the day, you were that emotionally invested. And like I said, you were let down. Most people aren't dating the first love. Most people aren't dating their first relationship. Why? Because at the end of the day, they realize, oh, the things that I thought I wanted aren't really it. You can be like, oh, I thought I liked her because of this. Well, it turns out, I don't really even like that. Oh, I thought I loved her for her laugh. It turns out her laugh is annoying. Oh, I thought I liked her because she was so cute. But it finds out that there's other girls that I find cuter. So it's like, there might be any reason that you broke up with her or she broke up with you. But at the end of the day, like I said, that can make or break you. There's guys that their first relationship ends tragically. Your first relationship might have ended okay, nothing crazy, But most people, or some people, they're out there that literally it ends tragically. So like I said, it might be like, the first person you ever dated might have been like, say, your girlfriend or whatever. And then it's like you go and you're dating or whatever, and say you get the first time you try to have sex, say guys nut too quick or something happens, whatever. Or like I said, you find out she's cheating on you or something like that. And then she breaks up with you. And so now it's like, oh, it makes you insecure. Now it makes you, oh, I gave her all this trust. I gave her all this attention. I gave her all this love. I gave her all this emotions. And now it's like she left me. And even if you're young, kids have abandonment issues too. It doesn't matter how young you are. Even babies literally miss their mother. So it's like you feel emotional connections to people. And when you're that emotionally invested and that emotionally connected, it can break you. And when you're young, you're more impressionable. You're more likely to get affected by the things that happen around you. So when something traumatic happens, the imprint is stronger. As you get older, you might be able to handle it. But when you're younger, the small traumas get to you. And it makes you who you are. So the younger you are and the more traumatic of a relationship you had, the first love you ever had, the more likely you're going to grow up and it's going to mess you up in the future. Why? Because you're going to think all women are like that. Why? Because you're going to be afraid to whatever happened to not happen again. Why? Because you're going to let certain thoughts or whatever actions cripple you, and you're going to just turn out to be a certain way. And like I said, some of that way of thinking is not healthy. So that's why if you do experience a horrible first love or first relationship, that's why therapy exists. That's why you should go and talk to people. That's why you should go and listen to YouTube channels that talk about how to get, how to satisfy, your childhood self or whatever, or how to satisfy your inner child. And it's pretty much one of the things where a lot of people have traumatic issues going on. They might be family, friends, whatever. And like I said, it doesn't have to even be you. It could be like there could have been things going on in the family, or the person could have just grew up, in a rough community or whatever, and they still have to deal with love and everything else. And it's like at the end of the day, it's like they still have to overcome it, even if it does cripple them, even if it gets to them that way. Okay. If you guys found this helpful, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.